thinking about doing a remodel, well, a lot of people do, but then they don't necessarily think about the technology and the technologies that's out there. And one of the things that has to be a challenge is, do the contractors always think about it? Amanda Pirelli, you're with the Home Depot. Tell us kind of your experience in dealing with contractors and how you're helping them kind of get educated about all this great tech stuff we're learning at Connections.
Yeah, I mean, for pros, it's really interesting because they can have such an ability to upsell to their customer and provide their customer so much more value by installing a smart dimmer or something smart in their house. If they're comfortable installing a dimmer, the connected part should be the pretty easy part. And so from a time standpoint, it doesn't take much longer to, connect the device, and really installing the dimmer is the same amount of time. So it's such a great upsell for them to be able to provide more value to the customer. And so what we're trying to do is get them comfortable with connected device, just like a consumer, get them comfortable with technology, do podcasts, do different trainings online to make sure that they understand what's available out there. But we think it's a really interesting and easy way for them to kind of make more money and help the consumer out. And I don't know, it's been very beneficial.
Who's it more difficult to educate? Is it the consumer? Does the consumer have to kind of drive it to get the contractors to do this? Or
we see the consumer driving it now because the consumers are asking for it and maybe more aware. I think pros are really they're really busy. So kind of housing recovery market has been really positive for us. So people are investing in their homes, but it means that pros are really busy and they don't have all the time to actually seek out new technologies or new trainings. So they're not necessarily seeking it out, but as customers are asking them, they're thinking, I need to learn more about this, and then they're driving back to figure something out, asking Home Depot, go to some other sources to figure out what the customers are asking about.
Well, and it kind of leads back to maybe the panel you were just on and the importance of partnerships, because it seems like one segment of this can't do it alone, right?
Right, exactly. So I think that's a very, very good point. So consumers really are helping pros, and then in some respects we're actually seeing pros, there's pros that are flipping houses and really advertising that this is a smart home. There's an aspect for they put into the home as they're flipping it, hey, I put in this technology, it has a smart garage door opener or smart lights, and it's actually makes the home at a higher value, so they get a higher price point for it. So there is value there where the pros are actually leading and providing that value to the customer that we're seeing as well.
Well, and that is interesting. I was thinking that same thing. What would it add to the value of the house to be able to turn off my water remotely or automatically if it, pipe bursts or something?
Right. So there's some insurance, value there for sure. Right. So if you can actually reduce the claims on water sense, insurance is starting to get behind that and starting to look into whether they can provide discounts for that kind of technology. I don't know if we're quite there yet, but there's definitely value there, and definitely value for a consumer, just to have the peace of mind to know that if there is something wrong with my pipe or something like that happen, I can actually turn off my water source. It's such a value from a peace of mind. So it's been very, very valuable from a consumer standpoint.
Well, and getting back to the idea too of individual devices versus kind of this unification of the home.
Yeah, so I think a lot of times we're seeing consumers go out and actually try, either as they're replacing different devices and they're actually going and upgrading to a connected device, or we're seeing them hey, I've heard something about a smart thermostat, it may save me money, I'm interested in this, and I'll go and I'll look and I'll try to do that and try to install a smart thermostat and get that benefit. And then actually as they use it, they realize how beneficial it is to them. They really understand how easy it is now, that they like the feeling of having more control over their house, and then they go back for the next device and then the next device. It's really a snowball effect. So.
Well, it seems like we're still kind of early in this, but it's starting to come together.
Yeah, it is. So thank you.
Well, Amanda, thank you.
Thank you.